What do you have there?
Now this is how the inside of a cymbalum looks with the A-frame in it that keeps the instrument from collapsing because it has 12-ton pressure on it. And as you see, you have the sound post and the way they're located, and also the anchor pin over here where you hook up the strings after, and this is the tuning pin that you turn on to tighten up to get the proper tune. And then after you see how the inside looks, you have all the reinforcement on the bottom, all the reinforcement on the top, because the pressure is so terrific that you have to build it the right way, or else it goes like this and then it's no good. We don't want to have it go like this. We want to have it just go straight the way it is. All right, now we'll lay it down now, and
Okay.
then we'll put the top on it.
Okay, well, you got a friend over there. Who's that?
And
He's the gopher.
this is my friend Chuck over here. He's a wonderful helper, and he's a very good student. He never argues. He always says yes, yes, sir.
Only it's igen.
He,
Okay. I don't know.
yeah, it's okay. You don't put nothing on the front. I'll put the soundboard on.
What are you going to do next?
I'm going to show you the back of the soundboard. This is the most.
This is how the back end of the soundboard is built. These are the ribs. And this is the most important thing, where they're located. And as you see, we have some screws put in here and there. So from the terrible pressure that you have on there, it will not crack loose. On this one over here, you do not have any sound ports underneath it. So we put some screws in here so they don't vibrate loose. Over here, you have the sound post holding up the whole instrument. Over here also. But down here is no sound post, so we just reinforce the ribs. Now this ugly side over here will turn over and we'll show you the better side, which looks like this.
Very
And then
nice.
after it's laid down on the top, you have 5/8 of an inch clearance on both ends of the soundboard, and that's where the tone comes out. On the old-fashioned cymbalums, they used to have holes drilled in the center, but that weakened the sound board. So then Mr. Bohak, with his newest invention, this is how he built them, and that way it increased the tone and well, increased the quality of the instrument all the way through. Now Chuck over here, my right-hand man, is going to show you.
You're going to show. That's a little slippery there.
Wants to run away, see? Right now it has too much life in it.
Yes.
Now it won't run away. These will be the bridges that holds the string up. Of course, a brass rod will be put on every one of them, and the strings will lay on that.
We run here, here.
And then after a while, you go inside, and you'll see how the ready-made instrument looks.
That sure is beautiful.
Well, when we're going to make the other one, on that one, we'll take our time and we're going to talk the hell out of it.
Good,
Okay?
good.
But on this one over here, we're anxious to hear whether the new change
It's for the people.
plane makes too much noise, so I shut up.
Got something else for you.
Place?
Now this is the bar that holds the soundboard down, and it also makes it look better. But as you see, there's an awful lot of pieces of wood in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces just over there. They're all glued together.
What kind of wood is that?
I beg your pardon?
What kind of wood?
Well, there's all mixed wood. This is hard plywood so that it does not crack when you have the pressure on it. This one over here, it gives you the angle, tapered. And this one over here takes the pressure. This is a 2x10, and then so that the 10, like most of the European instruments, they crack on the bottom. To eliminate all that weakness is in there, we got a 3/4 inch plywood on the bottom of it all the way through so that this will never crack.
Well, is it all plywood then?
No, just the bottom, just the bottom, and this is glued onto the plywood.
Okay. What's the other wood though? What other kind of wood is in there?
That's pine.
Okay.
We were looking for whitewood.
The main reason that we're only working on this one temporary because we have a new idea. We'll change the layout of the plywood for the soundboard, and we want to find out whether our new idea will be foolproof, whether it will increase the quality tone of it or something like that. If this turns out okay, then we'll get busy and we'll fix up the other one too. But if this one will not turn out okay, then we are going to start praying and take it all apart and make a new soundboard. And it won't be any pleasant, so we don't even talk about it. It's going to be perfect. That's all it's to it.
All right.
You want to know, this here is made out of hardwood. This happens to be maple over there. And on the inside, there's spruce or spruce sounding posts, sound posts. And only because we had this, it's alder.
So what's everything made out of inside?
This here is just plain pine,
Yeah.
and these are pine. We're looking for whitewood, but it's with the grain going down. Bela had cut that into a 1-inch diameter. And this here is 1 3/4 inch diameter with 1-inch hole inside of it. So it's about 3/8 inch wall. 2 of them. Then this is to hold it so it don't spring apart. And this is about a 1/4 inch by 2-inch plate on here.
And you did the welding.
This is how that long piece of tubing looks like. This is the end of it. Cut the angle off so it fits into the angle of the instrument.
Okay.
And then, of course, it's polished off over here. We wore the rust off over there, and it made it look shiny over there. It looks like silver now. I hope that the tone will be a silvery tone too. This alone weighs 36 pounds, the A-frame. We made it our business to weigh it so that we can talk about it.
So you could brag.
Well, I don't know about bragging because the more
We
weight
grunt heavier.
Yeah. And this is your lovely shop.
Well, this is the best shop that we have. If somebody don't like it, they can lump it.
This is the auxiliary, the annex to it.
Ah, that's right. Hill shop.
This is the lathe. This is the most expensive tool that we have over here.
What's that?
It costs around $4,000. That's a metal lathe. I use that for turning all the pieces that has to be turned. And this is the material that's roughed out. And then this will be turned also on that lathe.
So you make your own legs.
We make everything. The only thing that we don't make is the tuning pins and the steel strings, but we already wrapped the brass on it in order to make the basic tone out of it.
Where's your fancy string wrapper?
Do what?
Where's your fancy string wrapper?
The fancy string wrapper that you bought for me.
No, your machine made from a drive shaft.
Oh. Well, I can show you where it is, but you can't see too much right now because this is the this is the machine. It goes right through there. There's a chuck on it. A motor is down below here. See, when you make the strings, you have to stretch it out so that it gives you about the tone that you want out of it. And after it's all stretched out there, and that's when you start putting on the brass wrapper.
Go.
This is the string making machine that I made up temporary in Cleveland, Ohio. And the temporary machine still works. The only change that I did on it in this country here is I put chain on it so that they don't put a twist into the wire.
Well, what is it?
It's a string making machine.
Made from what?
Made from what?
Yeah.
Made from my mind over here.
Well,
The strings?
no. The machine itself is what? A drive shaft from a car? Isn't it?
No. This is not from the car. The sprockets over here, these are from the lawnmowers we use.
Okay.
And this is a special universal chuck that you have on there. And the switches over here. Belt goes on from the motor, and then it's twisted. In order to put the tension on it, there's a screw over here that you tighten up, and that stretches the wire.
All right. Now, why do you need such a fancy machine like this to wind string?
This is not fancy enough, but this is the best that we made temporary, and so far I'm using the same machine now for about 30 years. So the temporary machine over here turned out pretty good.
Okay. Well, why is it important to wrap the string so smoothly? The
Why
steel
is it-
string. Yeah. Why is it so important to wrap a steel string so smoothly?
The main reason that we put the brass on the top of it is to give you the basic tone. When you put the brass on it, it changes, it gives you a deeper tone. On the top, we just have the steel wires, polished steel wire, that's for a treble. But for the bass over here, we use the same wire with the wrapping on it.
Okay. How about what would happen if you wrapped the wires simply by hand instead of by a machine?
You cannot do that because if any of the wrapping is just a little bit loose, then it buzzes. You got to have tension on it all the way through the lengthways and also crossways. The way the wrapping is, that has to be real close together so that they do not loosen up, because at least a little bit of looseness in the wrapping, you can scrap the whole strings because it's not going to give you a tone, it's going to give you just a buzzing noise.
Okay. Now, what did you steal with your eyes from Mr. Bohak?
What I stole from Mr. Bohak? Well, I stole from Mr. Bohak over there, which was given to me willingly, is the drawing for the soundboard that I got from Mr. Bohak through Mr. Segedy from Wisconsin. And oh yes, I did steal something from Mr. Bohak. Mr. Bohak wanted to be nice enough, and he says, I'll gonna make up a string for you so that you can remember me by. So that is all I needed when he told me that. I was real happy. So he made an F-sharp strings there, and the way he makes the strings, it has no beginning and no end to it. And I knew how to make the beginning, but I didn't know how to make the end. So after he made that one string for me, I saw that, and with my eagle eyes already, I stole his system, how he makes his strings. So I did steal something from him after all.
And so how does he do it at the end? Describe it.
Describe it? Well, at the beginning, you go about a half an inch in with the end of the string, and then the regular winding, you start from the beginning. So that wraps on that half inch that you turned forward.
Okay.
And on the back, you when you almost got the proper length, then instead of turning it that close, you just pull the wire out about a half an inch, and then you start wrapping it backwards, so that there is no end to the wire.
So the two ends are tucked into the coils.
That's right, underneath the regular wrapping, so you can see it.
Yeah.
And that eliminates the loosening up. It never loosens up, because there is no end to it to loosen up.